Welcome back, everyone, for the next part of Library of Ruina. In the last part, we kind of had to fight against Xiao, which got quite emotional, since we kind of took a husband from her, and she didn't really like that. She was really angry. She even shouted into Angela's face about the fact that Lovell isn't replaceable, not even in the slightest, which of course she can't understand since she's literally the replacement of somebody else's lover, which literally does get discarded over the course of millions of years. So yeah, I guess it's understandable why she isn't really understanding towards romance and all, but still, it was a lot to take in, right? It was a lot to take in, especially the end. She was transforming or something, and the red guy swooped her away from the battlefield, since they already realized that it was a losing battle. I mean, the first attempt was really close already, with Penguin's incredible performance with the silent orchestra and stuff. So yeah, there's a high chance, once we get over here, they might challenge us again, since it didn't really seem like she's gonna give up just yet. After all, she really wants Noel's book back, which is totally understandable. I mean, look at that card. Noelle is great. Noelle is really great. I even, thanks to Xiao's good performance during the first phase of the fight, I even upgraded his deck into a more single point Burning Flash Clone Sakura Forming Storm combo that only relies on Forming Storm and Sakura getting rid of Forming Storm so that I can draw it again with Burning Flash. At the very least, I hope it works like that, since Singular Strike also applies if you add another singular dice, onto Burning Flash, which means this gets a boost, isn't used up via the single use effect from the card itself, and I can draw it again and again with Sakura. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure if it's going to work out, since the last time I tried to do something with cloning, except of that one deck with Markov and Chivaros with Rapid Gashing. The last time I tried to make something work with cloning, it didn't really quite work that well, since Final Stroke Daring Decision always got in the way. I tried to clone multi-party compensation, but it never worked. Imagine if I could discard multiple of them. 2 of them or 3 of them at the same time. Everyone could recover 3 light each scene. If I'm lucky. At the very least, I could almost discard that every second scene and everyone gets 3 light. And, cloning didn't really work that well. But maybe with this it's gonna work. I mean, with Sakura and Pinpoint Stab, I always have 3 cards at hand. So I'm never going to run out of cards. I specifically went for Sakura instead of Final Decision or Daring Decision or Final Stroke, simply because I didn't really want to get rid of all of my cards. As you can see, there's not a single drawing effect or light recovery in this deck, so I'm solely relying on the draw effect of Singular Point, so that I get Burning Flash, or maybe something else, like Sakura, or cloning, you know? It's a bit of a gimmicky deck. I'm not entirely sure if it works, but if it does, I'm gonna enjoy it by quite a lot. And if I ever need a mass attack, we have that covered with Forming Storm as well, right? Dekia! Dekia the Slasher has become Dekia the Stabber. It is so great. But enough of stalling, right? Binah's Abnormalties waiting after all. So let's head in there and fight the big bird. Oh god. The big bird from all of them? Ooh, okay. If I remember, he was literally one of the most troublesome guys to keep contained, right? And if he breached— oh no, what am I doing? No! I'm an idiot! Wait a second. No, I can't have that. Return. Yes, yeah, I know. Idiot, why am I such an idiot? I wanted to read. Oh god, let's ignore that. That never happened, right? That never happened. So let's do this again, right? Let's do this again. Mouse cursor all the way to the right. First, let us read what they have to say. And it seems like you guys are right. Doesn't really seem like Binah's actually joining for that. Oh well. Anyways, Lady Binah isn't here to help us, so we should do this on our own, right? And remember, we had to put that bird to sleep before we could work with it. Otherwise, it's going to rip us apart, right? The most dangerous beast in the forest is the one we are facing right now. Because he has, I guess... But then again, the little bird also had an instant kill ability, so in that regard... But that one only gets activated if you trigger it. If you don't trigger it, it's pretty safe, right? So, wait, let's turn it off. I need to see... There. Let's brighten the road ahead, so I can have a good view of the lives I must save. We are dead, because it doesn't understand that saving, or rather killing, is not saving. I always roam the forest. Who knows, maybe there are children out there who needs my help, who really need my help. And then I should do something for the safety of creatures in the forest. No one has to worry. We'll be safe as long as I'm here. Totally safe. Your jaw. It's time to patrol the forest. Let's brighten the road ahead. I mean, I guess technically speaking he has a good heart. All he really wants to do is save the people by killing them before they are dying in fear and stuff, but it's still not a good way to save guys. You're literally just killing them faster, right? Okay, the big bird. Watchful eyes. The big bird's targets cannot be redirected by librarians. Oh. A lamp that burns forever. Use dazzling on the first die of every 3 scenes after that, which inflicts enchanted on a library. Oh god. When a librarian is enchanted, a copy of Birdcage is added to the hands of all librarians who aren't enchanted. Birdcage? He only has those 2 passives, huh? Oh, I can't even target him at all. Okay, that's not good. How do I fight against them? The little guys. The eyeballs chicken. Ah, I see. Once they grow up, they're going to get more eyes. Or something like that. Sleep eyes. Give a special combat page that can stagger a big bird to the librarian that defeated this character. Follow. Do not target enchanted librarians. Or rather, follower. So the big birds can enchant? I guess. It doesn't really say in the passes, but he's not targeting the enchanted librarian. Interesting. They have a pierce weakness, that's good. Intense Stare forces the target to attack this character next scene, unless target is enchanted. Gain free power against targets that are slower than him. Oh, that's not good. Same effect, and the big bird. Dazzle. Gun attack. Target becomes enchanted this next scene. 1-1. 15? Dies this power when clashing against Lullaby. Okay. Well, yeah, it's pretty clear that I'm not supposed to fight against this thing, right? I mean, I can't really do anything. Everything is ineffective. He's gonna enchant one of my guys. 15-15 defense. I should probably be very careful with counterattacks. It's just gonna hurt us more than it's gonna do us any good. And the little guys are going to give special combat page that can stagger the big bird. I can't really do anything against him, so I have to get that special combat page, right? So I'm just gonna ignore the big bird then, huh? Yeah. It is faster, so technically speaking it should hit. And then I'm just gonna add a bit of life recovery to the mix and card draw, and yeah, that's pretty much it, right? There isn't really much I can do about it. Okay, the first die already hit. I got some kind of ailment. Is that an eyeball? Did they actually give me an eyeball? Okay. And at the very least, we're going to get the protection buff, right? At the very least, we have the protection buff. He already lost 50% of his stagger. That's good as well. And he's doing something. Enchanted. Uncontrollable. Speed die is fixed to 1. Use desert, target big bird. You want to target the big bird. That's not good. And I cannot control it, but at the very least you're not using up my cards. Or using up your resources. And the eyeball thingy? Stare at 1. For 1 scene, can only target the character that inflicts this status. Okay. Birdcage? Page effect only targets applies to librarians as well. Break speed die of the target and normalize the target next scene. 2-2. So I can target myself? Status? But why would I want to target myself? Oh, I see, that's why. What? 30-30! Dice loses power when clashing against Lullaby. If target is enchanted, kill them instantly. Ah, I see! Great! And if I use the 2 counter dice one, it's gonna hit me twice, so I have to use the bird cage thingy. Oh, this is not good. Forge is gonna get some serious damage. Ooh! She's almost getting staggered. That's not good. If she doesn't get targeted now... Ah, never mind. She's gonna get staggered. But it's fine. I got the stagger on the other guy. And Crazy's not killing herself. So in that regard, everything is good, right? Now, did that work against... Oh, she's gonna do it again. That crazy thing is doing it again. Well, at the very least I can use Overcome Crisis this time around. Well, I guess I kinda have to do that. Okay, Cena, you have to take this. I'm gonna birdcage the other one. And hopefully it has an effect. Oh god! Oh god! Never mind, it didn't have an effect, it had a counter dice. Ah, shoot. Well, at the very least, I'm gonna recover some stagger around here, right? Well, that's not good. Difficult decisions, right? Difficult decisions. I mean, I could technically ignore the other dices. Those are just avoid dices. Okay, I avoided that. That kind of hurts. At the very least, I'm not gonna get forced to target them, right? Okay, that was weak. It's already down to 50%. And now he enchanted Forge and birdcage against the second die. I'm just gonna hope that's actually... Then again, I'm too slow with that die. Okay, Crazy, you're just gonna tank that hit. You both are going to stop Fortune, hopefully. And, yeah, I'm still going to go for that dice, though. That guy, that first eyeball thingy has to die first. Okay, that attack went already through, that's not good, but we have the charges. Did that get rid of the dices? Did that actually get rid of the dices? Reflected, okay. She didn't attack, yes, okay, so I have to use that against her. And she's unable to do anything this turn, which means the counter's not gonna get triggered. And I have both attacks for myself. Maybe? I mean, he has a charge weak, or rather a pierce weakness, so that should work. We are not using any type of counter dices, or rather any card with counter dice, so we don't really have to worry about it was not enough. It was not enough. But we don't have to worry about the high defense dices in those situations, right? Okay, it didn't work. So I guess that that effect only lasts for our guys, or maybe only if I actually target both of their dices. Energy cycle or to recover some of our charges and lights, and that should do the trick. Okay, avoid, avoid, perfect, fully cycle recovered. We're going to get that thing. Not quite, it actually managed to survive. Never mind, crazy guarded. That's good. I was about to say. And we got a stagger on the second eyeball thingy. That's even better. So now, which is enchanted? This one. Okay, and just to be sure... Yes, both of them are faster than her. So that should be able to stop her. I mean, we still have to damage her a little bit. So, it's a bit unfortunate. But at the very least, she's not dying, right? At the very least, she's not dying, so everything is good. Everything is good. Now, she isn't really able to do anything. And I'm not really able to do anything either. Except, wait. Wait, does it work? If used against Big Bird, it falls asleep next scene and becomes staggered. Dices loses power when clashing against Lullaby. How much are we talking? I mean, that's a 30-30 hit. Is Lullaby going to win against that? There's only one way to find out about that. What is? Holy hell! 29 points? 29 points! Oh, that's kind of cute. It actually closed her eyes. Become staggered for the scene. So now I have to hit it with everything that I have for it. And energy conversion to regain our lives. Okay, that should work out nicely. 6 energy charges, that's good. Repressed flesh, well, they're already added. Seems like it's already kind of awake. Guys, we already woke it up. Are you guys sure about this? Look at it! It was just slumbering! We put it to sleep! It's that cruel! Isn't that cruel to attack it when he was vulnerable? Huh? Oh, it's tries to do that again. And I got another lullaby. I don't mind if I do. Is that actually going to get in the way with the whole dazzling thing? It certainly did some damage against us. Oh, it's still... And we didn't get dazzled. We didn't get dazzled. Oh, that's good. That's really good. I must say, energy conversion is slowly growing on me. It is really helpful, right? At times, it's really helpful. It's incredible, especially since it also comes from a draw effect. This is everything that we need in one card. We just need to get the charges coming. Which doesn't really seem to work that well on Cena, but it's fine. I'm gonna fix that later. I'm probably going to get rid of Jambala or something. That card isn't really that good. Anyways, bird suppressed. Have a chance to talk with Binah, right? It's been so long, Binah! Your expression tell me that you have many questions you yearned answered. Why don't you take a seat and have a cup of tea first? Well, I'm not used to this kind of occasion. In time, you will grow accustomed to it, as with anything else. What is the library like from what you have seen? Again with that question. I thought I told you my answer already, right? A Ruina, a prison thingy, if I remember right. Or are you a bit wacky in the head? Hey, don't insult her, Roland! Viewpoints are bound to undergo constant changes. Alright, fine. I give you another answer. I got fancy with comparisons like Arena or jail last time, but to put it bluntly, the library is a perfectly ordinary part of the city, where people die out all the time. Let's see. Black tea doesn't taste too bad. It's no coffee, but it's got its own flavor going. Is it because of the palpable agony of the tea leaves infused in each cup? What? It's still hard to believe, but you said you were an arbiter from the head, right? I was indeed. I had a ton of things I wanted to ask an arbiter if I ever ran into one. Do you have any faith that I will answer them? Seeing how I literally give you some very questionable questions at this point. Nope, not at all. Besides, I got more pressing questions right now. If you really are an arbiter, why are you just staying here and doing nothing? Well, I'm simply watching from afar. I have long since laid down myself as an arbiter. You're just watching? You seem pretty complacent about helping Angela, for a bystander at least. I simply take care of the task given to me, no more and no less. But if Angela orders you to tell her, or rather you to tell her all about the secrets of the city, only the head would know, then what? She has not made such an attempt, possibly because she knows that I will not answer regardless. No, perhaps she already tried to uncover my secrets before I could even realize it. I mean, she has all the power around here. And what if I try to kill you and turn you into book here and now, huh? So I can pull out every little bit of knowledge you have by force. Well, you're a bold individual, a quite hostile one as well. That is what differentiates you from us, perhaps. Ain't got any courtesy to show for one that one of the shady overlords of the city. Yeah, I guess she is, kinda. There was once a man who dreamed had been ruined by me. However, even when he faced me in person, his anger was directed at what was above and beyond. His gaze never settled on the things right in front of him. He always looked further. Unlike you or Angela, who are well-nigh blind to anything outside of your immediate sight, as I can see at least. Hey, don't change the topic! Quite sharp indeed. You bear poison, heavy and slow, yet deadly. I know you well, even though you know nothing about me. Wait, you know him? Maybe she knows him. I mean, an arbiter knows a lot of stuff around the city. My occupation is to simply remain silent and spectate, so worry not. Guess our conversation will always be parallel, huh? Oh sorrow, I have ended, you see, by respecting you, because I'm certain you will never leave me. Ah, I realize it. Your beauty lies in the force of your being. Are you leaving already? You're welcome to stay a little longer and finish your cup of tea. Well, I kinda lost my appetite. You may drop by sometimes and be my companion. It is rather amusing to talk with you. Like hell it is! Oh yeah! It is very difficult to follow her, like at all. She is always so poetic with her answers and questions, right? Always asking the same thing. After all, the answer is gonna change from time to time. Opinions are going to change as well. Seeing as his viewpoint from the library also changes. At first he literally said it was Ruina in jail. But at a certain point it just becomes another part of the city, right? I mean, everyone kills in the city, it's nothing new, right? You saw what happens in the other places, train thing. Anyways, a watchful eye. The eyes always shone brilliantly, burning like stars in the night sky. But it gave its eye to the big bird in order to protect the forest. Single ally. Fully restore the selected librarian's light. Each scene, a random ally gains no light, while the selected librarian restores one additional light. Yes! That is very good for Binah, since I'm not able to change her deck at all. She has a bit problems with keeping up with the light recovery and stuff. If I have that, I can fix that a bit. At least a little bit. Huh, and it fully restores as well, right from the start, right? Interesting. Eternally lit lamp. If I kill the creature first, then no one would be killed by the beast. Single ally. Any enemy this librarian targets will be forced to target the librarian back, regardless of speed. So I can force them to attack me. Then of course we have salvation. To this bird. That is in itself a salvation. All dice gain +1 power against enemy with higher speed. If target is at 25% or lower, destroy all of the dice upon winning a clash. Ooh, that's good. That is very good, especially on somebody who has dice that aren't really able to roll that high. Interesting. What? Are you serious? Are you really serious? Binah! Are we going to have a Binah part today? Punishing bird! Okay, sure. I mean, I was kind of getting ready for Tivrid's abnormality, but I guess in today's part we're all about Binah. Oh god, what is that? The Keepers of the Black Forest. Okay, that seems a bit frightful. For the fact that it's just the punching bird and all. Everyone had to tighten up whenever it flutters out of the containment. Yeah, even placed bet on who would get picked next. He used to joke about whoever got pecked by the bird being a bad guy, yeah? But at one point we realized that he literally selects his targets randomly. No matter what they do, everyone is a bad guy. They must be doing bad things because there's no one to scold them. Scold them? If I punish people for their misdeeds, the world will become a peaceful place. Will it now? Why do they commit sins when they know it's wrong? I should have changed Cedar's deck. Ah, shoot. And if I punish people for their misdeeds, the world will become a peaceful one, right? A peaceful place. Sorry, punishing bird, I got a bit distracted by the thing that I didn't change. They must be doing bad things because there's no one to scold them. Are you already repeating yourself? Seems like it. My flattery might be what it takes to change the world. If I punish people for their misdeeds, the world will become a peaceful place. Will it really? We must be doing bad things because there's no one to scold them. Yeah, I guess at this point we already read all the things, right? Yeah, nobody to scold them. Okay, little birds, what can you do? Misdeeds are not allowed. Gain +50 power when clashing against offensive dice. Huh. That's a bit much, don't you think? Punishment. If the abnormality took damage this scene, use the combat page punishment against the character that detected its last scene. Cannot be redirected. Rattling cage. When punching bird clashes against forest keeper lock, a chain on the bird cage breaks. So we have another bird cage to deal with? Ah, wait. I'm not allowed to attack it, right? If I clash against it, it becomes stronger. With 50 power. How do I get forest keeper lock? I mean, I know that those guys are called Forest Keeper, no? Forest Keeper Prioritas target staggered characters. This character offenses die gain +2 power against targets with slower speed. The speed gimmick again. Stolen Lock. Give a special combat page Forest Keeper to the librarian that defeats this character. So I have to defeat 3 of them? Use 3 keys? And then it's possible for me to attack that bird? Maybe? Quite possibly. 2-4, 2-4, 2-4. I can only take that. Great. I have to take a lot of hits. That's fine, it's fine. We can handle that. Cuckoo. 3-6, 3-5, 2-5. Seems like they are relative. Whoa, wait, what? Inflict paralysis. Oh, that's not good, but most of them are relatively passive. Okay, do I have any dices? Scoring opportunity, yes. Okay, yeah, I guess for the time being we're just gonna tank. I'm not about to allow them to get any type of strength boost. I also have to become really careful with our counter dices. Okay, it's fine if he clashes against defense dices, which is good. And it seems like our natural resistance is going to keep us safe from the Pecks. And even their Pecks don't really do a lot of damage. Okay, the first guy's already staggered, so that's good. I think... Unless, no, nobody got paralysis. Great, that means we got 3 hits. And it is still just pecking around. Okay. Now this guy is trying to hit us. But I can use Will of the Prescript against it. It might be a bit overkill, but let's be serious around here. I cannot risk giving him the power. 50 damage is way too much. Especially since the bird literally does nothing. It literally does nothing, right? It's just there. It's just there to stop our counter attacks. Okay, he wasn't really able to do anything against us either. No paralysis whatsoever, and we already defeated one of the birds. That's good. Are they really not fighting back, like at all, except of that occasional paralysis hit? Enemy Librarian's target with force to target the Librarian's back, regardless of speed. Do we need that? Want to restore the selected Librarian's light? Yes, I need that. Okay, where's light trouble? I think Cena has... Yeah, Cena has light trouble most of the time because she doesn't have gold opportunity. Okay. So should I use that? Who has that card now? There's the card. What is that? 99 to 90. It's chains upon clashing against punishing bird. I see. Oh god, yeah, no, I'm not gonna worry about that yet. I mean, the bird is just there to play, right? The bird is just here to play. We don't really have to worry about it that much. Nobody is using counter dices around here, and I don't really have to worry about a thing. Okay, it's gonna be fine. There we go. There we go. They're not even getting one chance to apply any type of paralysis around here. I have the feeling they were really hoping for that paralysis, but I don't know. It's not really working, huh? Yeah, it's not really working. At all. Oh well. Already 50% of stagger gone. Oh, never mind. You actually managed to pull that off. Surprising. Eternally lit lamp. An enemy attacks this barrier. Should I? I guess we're just going to give it a crazy for now. I'm not entirely sure how to use this ability yet. But they're just going to focus her now, right? Any enemy the Librarian's targets will be forced to target the Librarian's back. So if I were to use... Am I using it again? Woo! Smack! On hit! Break all dice on target's page and stagger. Why didn't you try to use that before? That seems reasonably strong. I don't really have an effective counter against that. That's a 4 to 8. I mean, we can certainly go for Forceful Gesture in hopes of getting it. Huh, interesting. And then we can add another energy cycle in the mix as well, just in order to make sure that the top bird is gonna die. Never mind, he got me. He actually managed to get me. Incredible. And now the bird actually does some damage. I mean, it's still not a lot, but he actually is able to do some damage at least. Huh. That's kind of interesting. Nevertheless, that guy is about to get staggered, right? Yeah, he's about to get staggered. Oh, he's actually going to die very soon. Salvation! All dice on gain +1 against enemy with higher speed. If target has 25% or lower, destroy all dice upon winning a clash. Ooh. Ooh, let's give that to Fortune. How about that? Fortune is relatively slow, right? You are actually trying to go for my Xena? With defensive-based dices? The audacity, right? The audacity, I don't have the light. The audacity. Energy conversion. Just in order to recover our light again. Okay, that should be enough to finish it off though. There we go. I think I even wasted my energy conversion. Yeah, I pretty much wasted it. Seems like the bird still isn't really able to break through our defensive. Like at all. He's literally doing nothing. Just taking it see, right? The bird is literally not doing anything. It's just here to poke us. Okay, smack. And he's still just pecking. I'm just gonna work towards it so that I can use it again. Okay. I was able to avoid it. That's good. Crazy's not getting staggered this round. And yeah. Yeah, he's about to die. He's about to die. Bird, what are you doing? Bird, what are you literally doing? You need to protect your friends. Your friends getting slaughtered back there. Your friends are getting slaughtered. Literally. Oh, Birdie. What are you doing? What are you actually doing? Oh god. Yeah, forceful gesture. Shambhala. I don't even need to do anything else. Oh my god. It's so dead. It is so dead. Okay, now I need to use the locks thingies, right? Do I just need to clash against it now? What? Do I need to... A chain breaks upon clashing with... Yeah, I guess we just have to clash against it then. This one. And this one. 3 locks, 3 keys. Let's do this. Oh, that is such a nice number. Oh, so nice. So did that fix it? I don't get it. Oh, I got my key back. I only got 1 key back. Okay. What am I supposed to do, Bird? Literally, I have no idea. Was that supposed to do something? It didn't do anything. I'm not getting it. I'm literally not getting it. I guess we're gonna inflict some bleed as well. I have no idea what it wants from me, actually. I have no idea. I'm gonna buff everyone's defenses. 50 damage is a lot. Ooh, that's what it means! That is what it means! I see! Okay! Now... what? Yeah. What the hell is going on? Punishment. 90-90. What am I doing with the bird cage? What do you want with the bird cage? Am I supposed to be like this? There's no way I can beat that. Energy thingy? Huh? I'm doing no damage. What do you want from me, bird? Or did I do something wrong? Was I supposed to use them 1 turn after each other? Was that how I was supposed to use it? Did I break it by using everything at 1 turn? Holy hell, Xena survived! Xena survived! Oh my god! It's very determined to kill Cena. Oh yes, there we go. Now what? I got my lockpick keeper thingy back. Oh, that's good. Let me use energy conversion. Maybe I can lure towards the forge next. Maybe? Huh? Did that do it now? Yes! Yes, it did something! It actually did something! Okay, then I can use lockpick again. And then Crazy is gonna lure that thing. With this, I guess. Okay, this is a very weird fight. Like really, this is really weird. Oh well, at the very least we got our keys back, right? At the very least we got our keys back. There we go. Okay. Okay. For a second I thought this is bugged. Like literally, I have no idea what I was supposed to do with the punishment thing. Huh. Anyways. Binah! Seems like we meet each other twice today, huh? Didn't like that. Here, new books for you. Have you gotten used to carrying the abnormalties on your back as you fight? Just wielding them as I like has been working pretty well so far, I guess. Must have a natural aptitude for it then. It's not a matter of attitude or anything. I'm just doing it because I gotta, I guess. If you truly do have an aptitude, you may be able to manifest your own ego next. Oh, really? That means I should also undergo the distortion and become a No! You don't have to become an abnormality for that. What? That is correct! No! Binah! Honestly, I don't care if I turn on a monster or whatever at this point. I don't think it really matters anymore. Your words suggest that you have to let go of many things. I was robbed of them against my will, more likely. I got caught up in events I couldn't even understand and lost everything I had. Do you believe the city is responsible for that? You appear to be under the impression that the city stole your ordinary and humble happiness. Yep, I am. Or maybe I just accepted that there's nothing I can do about it and gave up. This world just won't let me have anything I want after all. It always finds a way to make me suffer for it. Have you never inflicted pain upon others or taken anything from them then? Of course I have. But that is that and this is this. I see you're resorting to your favorite justification. Does it hold true, however? Do you think that boundary between what concerns you and not could be defined so conveniently? Well, obviously, the pain I suffered is mine to care, and the pain others suffer is their own business. It's just a carefree statement you're making. You know better than anyone, yet you refuse to face it more adamantly than most others. Is it not that you cannot see the suffering of others? You're merely turning a blind eye to it. That is what makes the denizens of the city so vulnerable. Their own anguish is the most tangible. They believe it matters more than anyone else. However, they know deep down that their beliefs is untrue. Such contradiction is what gives rise to the phenomenon known as the distortion. What is your point? Are you saying that you can see it? The pain the city is bearing? You can fathom all of it and figure out what's the core of it all? I mean, she was part of the head. They must know what is going on around the city at all times, right? As the central piece of everything. It is what you must look at, rather than merely fathom. Oh, I knew it. So you were just playing with words again. Sophisticated who speaks in vague words, and absurdities like that mostly end up dead, you know? Perchance there is such truth in what you say just now. After all, I would not be here if I did not face such a fate. Well, I gave you the books, so I'm leaving now. One moment. I don't have anything more to say to you. Take these with you. What is that? These are black tea leaves, a recommended variant of mine. It has a good scent. Oh, damn it. Alright, I'll take it for now. Thanks. Seems like it's not getting along that well with Binah. But then again, she is viewing it at the pain and suffering of everyone in a pretty high place. After all, at one point she enjoyed the suffering of others when enjoying her tea, so it's kind of understandable how she draws a line and keeps a distance from it, even though she's still recognizing the pain overall. She just isn't quite bothered by it, right? Or maybe that changed at this point, I'm not entirely sure what she's going on about. Holy hell, I get punishment as well? Oh my god! It must be because there's no one to punish people for their misdeeds. If someone takes the role, then no foul act would happen in the world ever again. Single ally. After taking damage, the first die of this page, the librarian uses, for the next scene, gain 2/4 power. Ooh. Okay, that's good. That's very good. 2/4 power for free. It's not as broken as the 50 power boost that it used against us, but still. Punishing Beak. People have been committing sins since long ago. Why do they commit sins, knowing it is wrong? The librarian attack deals bonus damage equal to the numbers of scenes that have passed without the librarian taking damage from attacks. Max 10. So if I keep them safe, they get a huge power boost. And if I combine that with smoke or something, that would boost it even further, right? And then of course we have small flutters. A small and confident bird that punishes the evil, guilty, and all sorts of irreverent people. Single ally. Evade dice gain 1/2 power. Upon winning a clash, use evading dice. The next offensive dice gain 1/2 power. Oh really? There's a certain die or a certain combination I can use that I already kind of use on Maxwell. Maybe I should recreate that on this floor. It could work wonders with flutters. Ah, I didn't get a new agent. No, that's a bummer, but then again, it is their last slot, so maybe on the 4th one? Yeah, probably on the 4th one. And nevertheless, whoa, what? What? You can't be kidding me! Wait a second, how much time do we have? None whatsoever. Huh. You know what? I'm going to do something what I usually wouldn't do. I'm going to make the part longer than normally. Yeah. I mean, if Binah wants to do 3 battles in a row, then who am I to decline? Judgment Bird? Here we go! Right? This is just crazy. This is just crazy. Binah joins as well! Oh, that is cool! The sound of its scale tilting used to give me the chills. Its scale was always tilted one side. I wasn't sure if its judgment could be trusted. Is it supposedly weakened? But we shouldn't let our guards down nonetheless. How curious. To face a being lying dormant within a book in such a way. Alright, this is your first abnormality and all. Of course it's a bit curious, right? But hey, at very least you already know that guy, right? He was relatively close to your department after all. The big bird is... oh god! The small bird's punishment is so scary. Beasts will ransack this forest. I can't let anyone be eaten by them. The small bird's punishment... the forest is protected with the creatures living with us. Alright, I protect the forest with the creatures living with us. The big bird is always watching the creatures of the forest. There's no freedom. The small bird's punishment also... oh god, this is so difficult to read. The forest will return to peace should we make it something. Beast ransacks the forest. I can't let anyone be eaten by them. The forest will return to peace. We should make it happen. Longer scale isn't fair at all. I protect the forest. I'm not entirely sure. Are the birds, mini birds, talking as well? There's so many lines! But I think I already read all of them. Always watching, no freedom, scary punishment, force the creatures living in the forest, Longboard scale is not just. Yeah, I think we already read all of that. Okay, Judgment Birds, what do you have? The unjust scale. Starting with scene 1, all characters, excluding Judgment Bird, gain 1 sin at the start of the scene. Sin can be transferred to an ally by attacking and damaging them, once per page. The weight of sin. All dice gain power equal to the amount of sin the target has. Judgment. If the character has 5 or more sins at the start of the scene, use a special combat page called Judgment on them. Ceaseless Judgment. If 3 or more characters have 3 plus sin at the start of the scene, use a mass attack page Ceaseless Judgment. Overflowing Misdeeds. After using Judgment or Ceaseless Judgment, lose 25% of max stagger resistance. Is that on us or is that on them? Can't really tell. But it seems like he has relatively high resistance. He isn't immune like the other two, so that's good. I'm scared. If this character attacks hits, transfer 1 sin to the target once per scene. Are they also getting judged? They are also getting judged! Ooh! Piercing Shriek. After taking an attack, use the combat page Piercing Shriek next scene. So they only want to transfer the power, but if I hit them, they're gonna counter-attack with Piercing Shriek? And what's... whoa, it seems like that's a lot of text. Sin 1. If the amount of sin exceeds a certain threshold at the start of the scene, Judgment Bird will use a special combat page. Sin can be used or can be transferred to allies by attacking and damaging them, once per scene. So I can share the sin with each other, but I can also try to transfer it to them, right? Terrified Flutter. 2-7 to 6 to 5. They're only going to flutter. Counter dices. I'm not entirely sure. Should I wait until the judgment thing happens? But if I destroy all the birds, I'm not able to transfer the sin away from us, right? I can only transfer it to my allies. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Now what? Target with 3 plus sins I killed instantly. This die deals damage equal to dice value plus 2% of the top. It even has percentage damage. So, but how? Oh, they're all over 3. I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to do with that thing. Like at all. What is up with the? Why are they able to transfer that stuff to us, but I'm not able to transfer it to them? Huh. Maybe I didn't get that right. Oh, everyone has 3 again. Oh, no wait! Fortune! Fortune, you only have 2! Why are you still doing that? I thought you would go for the other one. I don't get it. Let's go for Punishing Pig. Now you use Judgment. If character has 5 plus, kill them instantly. On hit, all characters take equal damage. I don't get it. Do I need to transfer it right from the start? Maybe I do. Maybe I have to transfer it right from the start. So that one character has 5. But I don't get why it is still using Ceaseless Judgment. It's still using Ceaseless Judgment and stuff. Okay, now I have 5. I have 5 on her. That should technically help her now, right? You're not gonna use Ceaseless Judgment. No, you're not. Can I redirect that? I can probably redirect that. Yes, I can redirect that. I don't have enough charges to actually recover my light, but I can certainly redirect the hits. Okay. Come on. That's not gonna be enough to kill. Oh no. I should have attacked them after all. Oh, they're giving us so much sin! So much sin! It's not gonna use the judgment card again, right? Certainly not, right? I'm really sorry about that crazy. I kind of have to. I kind of have to do this. She already has 10 sin. Okay. Just to be sure, that one goes to Fortune, because Fortune is really lucky. Okay. Everything's good. Everything's good. 14. That was dead as well. I guess I just have to stack all the judgment onto crazy, kinda. Oh, that's gonna hurt a bit. I'm sorry about that, crazy. You have to carry the sin of everyone. You have to carry the sin of every single one. Small flutter. Sure. Now you use 2 judgment, of course. Why wouldn't you? Judgments are going somewhere else. And they're doing their best to keep the judgment at bay. Okay, the first one went through. Or not. Alright, it becomes more difficult for them to actually get through it. The more judgment they have, the less likely it is for us to actually get through it. At the very least, thanks to Binah's attack, she doesn't have to clash directly with the block dices, right? 2 more judgments. It's almost staggered, that's good. Just to make sure those 2 are still transferring their sins. There we go, staggered. Good. Couple of strong hits. Multiple fairies. 6, 8 fairies. Okay. Okay, so yeah. You really have to transfer the sins, otherwise it just keeps killing you. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Binah. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Binah. I'm really sorry about that. Oh god, how angry she is. She is so angry. Oh god, I'm so sorry, Binah. I had to. You and Crazy have the best defense. Oh man. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, that one was actually kind of tough, I have to say. It's really difficult to keep those sins at bay. Oh, what the hell am I doing? Wait. It's really difficult to keep those sins at bay, right? Okay. You're always lazing around, sipping tea whenever I visit. Well, to be fair, Roland, every time you visit Netzek, you're literally drinking beer, so you can't really complain to Binah about that. Anyways, everyone is basking in such indolent complacency. We live in an era where the only threat to humanity which is present in the city is humans themselves. Even as monsters created by the hands of mankind are present in the outskirts, and entities well above the grasp of human cognition resides in the territories beyond those outskirts. But there's tons of them out there. Is humankind being kept safe from those monsters? Or are those creatures the one being protected from us? Would you not agree that the boundaries between these 2 possibilities is rather thin and hazy? You call that a question? It's gotta be protecting people from monsters, of course. When that frail boundary finally dissipates, the true colors of humanities are brought out. Those may manifest in the form of ego or an abnormality, as we have termed. It appears that the phenomenon has now been named the distortion. What? I thought we were just talking about the city and its borders. And you keep talking about the true form of people? What's that definition of humans anyways? Why do our true forms have to be all so weird, like they've got a screw loose? Well, I wonder. Are humans merely a species of primates, constituted the animal kingdom? What do you think is a man? Well, a miserable little pile of grease? Oh, Thinking in such unsophisticated ways truly gives you an impeccable perception of the essence of things. Just tell me the answer already. It is exactly as you said. Desires are the truest aspect of humans, are they not? More word games, huh? You know that's not the answer I wanted to hear, right? He wants a clear answer. No, not more riddles, Binah. It's very confusing to talk with you. Even I have sometimes difficulties understanding you. So you wish to hear what I know as an arbiter of the head. You want to learn the secret of the city and all. The reason the head neglects the suffering of the city, or at least let it fester. You crave an explanation for the utter lack of governance in our otherwise strict reign, right? Yeah, that! And that's because I simply maintain my silence. Of course! Why would you explain that? Why, you little... I urge you to relax. It is not possible for me to teach you the answer, regardless of my will. Unrolled me into a book will yield the same results. Are there did they do something to your brain in order to prevent any leakage of informations? Like a curse kind of thing? That literally prevents you from talking about it and even erases your memories if anybody even tries to get to that. But then again, A did get information in order to become, or rather to get access to the head in order to become a wing, right? Maybe it's more complicated. I've already emptied my mind of all knowledge related to it. Or maybe she just erased it herself. There was also that possibility. Such is the fate of a former arbiter of the head. Fine, you win. I'm out of motivation already. I give up trying to pry or figure out anything from you. That ended on a trifling note. Still, it was a wise decision. What stands before you is not an arbiter or other such thing. It is simply a being that was once human. You still aren't the likable one in my book, and she probably dislikes it too. Hey, she's kind. At least you got better this time around. Epoch, perceive me as who I am. Do not make any ancillary judgment. Do not be bound by anything you have learned in your life. Well, I'm a human being. I can just disregard all of my background experience when I watch something, right? Regard me as what I simply am, neither an arbiter nor Sephira. Consider only the time I have gone through. You may be able to see it when you observe me as though you knew nothing. Just a normal human being, huh? Though a long history of being intertwined with each other, human and the city have accumulated layers of sentiment. One cannot properly see through such turbid water. The city is in such a state. A clear vision can only be attained through one's own eyes. So you basically mean everyone ought to look at the world from either their own perspective or think what they want, right? People can see the answer, or rather can see the same cup of water in different ways. Like having, half empty or half full or some shit, right? Use your own eyes to watch things as they are. Then you may see it. However, you will inevitably forget why you wish to see it once you reach that point. That oblivion is what creates anguish. That is why it is tragedy. That means everyone is going to have their own arbitrary vision of the world? That can't possibly happen in the city. There's predetermined answers to pretty much everything. Perhaps peek into your own universe, as everyone else shall. Okay? Okay, no idea what she was going on about, but at least we got a new agent around here, right? And I got the weight of the sin. Its scale would never neglect the weight of even the smallest sin. Single ally, whenever I die, the Siberian place rolls the minimum value. Take 2-7 damage and gain 1-2 strength and endurance 16. Oh, that's gonna work wonders with our bad luck. I'm literally damaging myself for more power. So that's good. Judgment. Then somebody said, but what if the scale doesn't tip in either direction someday? Worried, the long bird made a scale that always tips to one side. That way, every judgment would yield a clear verdict. Single ally. At the start of the scene, all characters gain 1 sin and a 50% chance. If the character has 5 plus sin, They take damage equal to 10% of their max HP at the start of the scene, and all Sin is removed from them. Sin can be transferred to another character by attacking and damaging them. So I can literally make Sin happen around everyone? Why would I want to do that? I mean, I can every character? Can I finally transfer the sins to my enemies? Because that would become precious. But if it can also be used against me, then I'm not entirely sure how to use that thing. Nevertheless. Tilted Scale. All that remains is an unjust scale. The long bird continues on, doling out judgment. After attacking the enemy with the most HP, recover the HP of the ally with the least HP by 2/8. 3 times per scene. Exclude mass attack. Binah has a healing ability as an abno page? Now that is good, right? That is very good. What is that? Raise the realization of the flow of general work to 5. Ooh. Your 4th one as... Actually speaking, why do you already have... It's even Adam! Freaking Adam! I mean, sorry. But why do you already have your 5th one unlocked? We still need your 4th abnormality for that, right? Weird. Very weird. At the very least, we already have a checker over here. Complete the realization of social science. The heck? Why would you ask about that? I mean, I would understand if Tiferet, Gebora, and Shazad would ask for that. Or something like that. But why you? You are not even nearly clear yet. Even Gebora has to wait for that. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. If I were to do this, she would go to the 4th level, which means... And then Gebora would instantly... Oh, we're going to have a couple of realizations very soon. Maybe not in the next part, since we're literally lacking another abnormality to do, since today's part is already relatively long. Since I made a Gebora or a Binah special today. With 3 birds in one go. So anyways, I hope you guys had fun with today's part. In the next part, we're probably going to visit the invitation again. After all, the other group is still waiting for us. And I probably have to create yet another character. After all, Adam, you were in the previous game. Why are you showing up here? That place is reserved for somebody else, right? Anyways, I hope you guys had fun. And see you next Friday. Until then, bye bye!